Alright guys, it's time to hear my top 3 sleeper teams in Madden 17. Now, you're a huge fan of the game, you're here on this channel, you've followed us for a while, you know we go in depth. So I know that when I say that the Raiders are my number 1 sleeper team, you might be like, they're not a sleeper team, they're a top 5 team in this game. They have Khalil Mack, Amari Cooper, Derek Carr, Latavius Murray, Farrells, you're insane. But guys, for most fans, the Broncos, they took the spotlight in the AFC West last year. The Raiders, yes, they're up and coming, but unless you're Wolfman, unless you're Toke Nasty, unless you're CR Buke, unless you're Chow, not everybody knows that the Raiders are going to be an insane team in Madden next year. So be careful if you run into them online. If you're more of a casual player, look out for the Raiders next year. We mentioned it, Khalil Mack on the blitz. I mean, it's going to be pretty serious next season, so keep an eye out for them. They are my number 1 sleeper team coming into Madden 17. My number 2 sleeper team is the Jaguars. Now, I took some heat last year because I would make you have like your punchline teams, like no matter what joke you're going to make, it's funny if you need a stinky team, you're always like the Browns, the Royals, the Pirates in baseball. And it's like, well, the Royals and the Pirates are good now. The Browns, they're always kind of the laughing team. But the Jaguars were a laughing team for the last couple seasons, but in fantasy football, man, they lit it up. You had Bortles, you got Yeldon, you got 2 great receivers. I mean, defensively, they've been putting together some pieces, so I think the Jaguars could really surprise some people, put up big amounts of points, and they have a lot of young talent, and that always projects good over the course of the season. If they win a couple of games, get some rating updates, I really think they could surprise some people. So don't sleep on the Jaguars. They're not a punchline anymore. Any fantasy player knows that, and I think Madden fans will know that in Madden 17. My last team is the Vikings. I think the Vikings, with Teddy Bridgewater, he was one of our budget ballers last year for Madden Ultimate Team. I mean, they have AP, so you're always good to go there. Teddy Bridgewater, can he get the job done? He's got a great blend. I feel like he really, you had Tannehill, Bridgewater, kind of middle speed, solid quarterbacks all around. I feel like Bridgewater kind of took more of the leap. And defensively, Anthony Barr in the middle, anytime you have a guy like that, it's just more fun to play, right? He's going to lock things down. He's got good size. There's all the new zone assignments in the game this year. So I'm excited to see what the Vikings can do. Some other teams that you guys recommended on Twitter, which you guys can send me your recommendations at Madden Bible. We have the Chiefs as a recommendation. I've always been a Chiefs guy with Charles, Alex Smith, and great defense. Defense that I think in 17 can hopefully lock up the run pretty easily because you have good strength at linebacker. And, that's going to make life easier because if you can stop the run, then you don't have to focus as much on it. So I do think the Chiefs will be nice. James Piano, who qualified at the Madden Challenge, he thinks Washington's going to be a surprise. I got a couple of those because of Jordan Reed. They picked up Josh Norman, and they should be good. The Texans were a recommendation. Obviously, Hopkins can really get the job done, and then J.J. Watt is not a surprise to anybody. The Bills are a team I've been on for a long time. I think with Tyrod Taylor, they're always going to be interesting because they allow you to play a certain style, and that can really surprise your opponents. Overall, those are some of my sleeper teams to look out for. If you match up with those guys on day 1, don't sleep on them. Some teams that are in kind of the gray area are like the Cowboys. I don't consider them a sleeper because they have Romo, Dez, Ezekiel Elliott, pretty good defense. It hurts me to kind of say that the Cowboys are pretty scary. And the Patriots, the Patriots aren't a sleeper. I don't think they're top tier because they're missing, probably going to be a little slow at receiver, but they have Gronk, they have Brady. Defense is going to be solid for New England. So they're more towards the top 5 more than like coming from the back 20 and moving their way up. So if you're a team like that I missed, I did the top 5 video earlier, so make sure to check that out, guys. But we're counting down the days towards Madden 17, towards ratings reveal, towards more gameplay footage, so we're getting really excited. Make sure you follow the channel. We're going to have tons and tons of Madden 17 action here, and until that day, remember to lock up.